It's the biggest travel day of the year. I'm Lauren Edwards here at Detroit Metro Airport with a close look at the holiday travel. I'm Ingrid Kelly in the Howell-Brighton area. This has been the scene all Sunday morning as drivers try to deal with these snowy, icy roads.
I'm meteorologist Rich Luderman. It's a cold pattern right through next weekend. And how about another chance for snow tomorrow night? We'll talk about the numbers coming right up.
Working for you. This is Fox 2 News at 6.
All right, we begin with breaking sports news. Michigan State has fired Johnathan Smith as its head football coach. The school is reportedly planning to hire Pat Fitzgerald, the former coach at Northwestern, to lead the Spartans. Michigan State went 4-8 this season, so kind of disappointing. We'll have much more coming up later in SportsWorks. We want to welcome you to Fox 2 News at 6. I'm Hilary Golston. Well, there you see it. We're all cleaning up from our first big blast of winter this season. And we have a long way to go. We still have 3 weeks of fall, if you can believe it or not. Weather Authority Rich Luderman is giving us a look at more snow potentially that's on the way. And Rich, it's going to be cold too.
We have cold, we have snow, and yes, you said it. We have 3 more weeks of autumn before we officially get to the winter season. That'll be on December 21st. Some light snow showers are falling over the area. Again, this is very light stuff. Some heavier activity there on the south end of Lake Michigan. Let me step out of the way and show you a snapshot of some of the snow totals. Saginaw up close to 7 inches. Ann Arbor, White Lake Metro Airport, 3s and 4s and 5s were very common since the snow started yesterday afternoon. It is cold, 32 degrees here, 25 in Cadillac, 21 up there in Marquette. Now, if you factor in that breeze, some of us have wind chills down in the teens, and that'll be the case for the rest of tonight. These are live pictures right here in Southfield. A couple of flurries out there, but again, no accumulation expected this evening with these light snow showers down to 18. Tomorrow night, how about 1 to 2 inches of snow? And then Wednesday night, maybe another coating. We're going to check that 7-day for you. Hilary coming up in 10.
All right, well, when Mother Nature gives you this kind of 1-2 punch, hitting the upper Midwest on what is one of the busiest travel periods of the year, that can leave some people's plans to get home up in the air. Literally. Fox 2's Lauren Edwards is live tonight at Detroit Metro Airport with a check on the situation there. I'm sure you heard the pun, Lauren, but it's not funny to people who don't know how they're going to get home.
You know what? Honestly, we've got just different variety of answers today, but I can tell you we've been out here for a number of hours, and it's normal. You know, we're right outside the terminal right now, Delta Terminal, and folks have just been families dropping off loved ones, friends, saying goodbye to friends. So it's been pretty average out here, but let's just head inside because I know that's what everyone wants to see are those security lines. So we're going to go right through the double doors here. I just want to show you that the TSA line, again, it looks normal. I've been here when it looks bad, and this is not considered bad at all. Folks just going through, getting to their destinations. Nothing too wild and crazy at all happening here at Detroit Metro Airport. But I can tell you, let's get into the details because this is considered the biggest travel day of the year. FAA says that this year's Thanksgiving travel period is the busiest in 15 years so far. 6 million travelers boarded domestic flights during the holiday stretch, which is a 2% increase from last year. And get this, today alone, 51,000 flights. And as for Detroit Metro, again, all is calm, guys. It just looks very normal out here. But Fox 2 checked the boards, and it showed some delays and some cancellations. But funny enough, that's what travelers tell us they were seeing too.
I haven't gotten any delay notices, and I checked like all of the flights that were like before that one and before that one, and there were no delays. So I'm grateful. I know that some of my family is like delayed until Tuesday, so but wow, they're going in and out of Chicago, so very different story.
It's been okay. I mean, my flight today just got delayed 40 minutes, which, I mean, I don't travel a ton, but to me that doesn't seem super crazy, so it's been pretty easy so far. I left late Wednesday night. The airport wasn't too packed, so Yeah, pretty manageable.
It's good. The roads are good. We got here in good time. We got a slight, 20 minutes delay, but we're expecting to take off on good time and everything. So it's going well so far. It's the coming back we might be a little concerned about, but it's going to be all right.
You think so? Your thoughts?
Yes, my thoughts is great. Get away from Michigan for a while, go to California, get a little sun, and then come back home.
It's at least 63 there.
Yeah, 63 and sunny. I wish I was in California with them, getting some of that California sun. But right now we're here at Detroit Metro, and I can't stress enough that today it honestly just looks like a normal travel day. Nevertheless, there are some delays, some cancellations. So whatever flight you're taking, please just download the app and all the information will be posted. That's what a number of travelers are saying, that they're checking the apps, and the apps are giving them notifications and updates. Reporting live here at Detroit Metro Airport, Lauren Edwards, Fox 2 News.
Lauren, I'm always amazed when we talk to people at the airport, because here it seems that folks are always calm. They always understand this is a temporal problem. It's going to resolve. Yes, this is a busy day, but as you said, it's relatively normal. But I wonder, every year we have the same kind of question, the same kind of issues. And it's just the limitations maybe of highway and air travel. Maybe we should expand or think about doing something different. Any really interesting ideas from the passengers there?
You know, I can just tell you that, again, from all the passengers we've been talking to, a lot of them are just saying just a few delays, a few cancellations, but they all said they're packing their patience, so it's been good so far. Everyone's patient. There's been some good attitudes, nothing crazy going on.
Yeah, you got to give it to Detroiters for those positive attitudes. Lauren Edwards live for us tonight. Thank you. We're going to continue with this winter walloping, creating treacherous travel conditions for drivers as well, and lots of people spending part of their weekend, sadly, in a ditch. Fox 2's Ingrid Kelly has that part of the story.
Some drivers found out the hard way.
We were just speeding up to get around a truck, and I just felt the slip.
Slick, icy roads making it difficult for drivers to reach their destinations after many vehicles spun out and landed in ditches.
And luckily we didn't hit anything.
The scene for many of these spinouts, 96 west and eastbound in the Howell and Brighton area. Some drivers who had a vehicle land in a ditch. They were monitored by law enforcement officials. Others were checked out by EMS crews as they waited for tow trucks to respond to their emergency.
What is the wait like for a tow truck driver?
Actually not bad, 15 minutes.
Tow truck drivers were not the only ones hard at work. Fox 2 found snowplow drivers were also responding to numerous calls.
Yeah, it's been crazy. You know, we got about 15 trucks out, total of about 25 guys. Covering, pretty much the metro.
And responding to so many calls meant more supplies were needed.
I'm stopping in to get some salt and some shovels for the guys, just to keep everything going.
And the best advice for any driver out here on the roadways is to take your time and slow down to reach your destination. In the Howell-Brighton area, Ingrid Kelly, Fox 2 News.
Well, this is really sad. A man accused of killing the driver of a salt truck, now under arrest. It happened last night in Pontiac on Karen Court, just south of Telegraph. Deputies found the victim, 52-year-old Antonio Craig of Pontiac, dead in his vehicle, stopped in the middle of the road. Someone had shot him several times. The man was not in a county vehicle at the time. He was driving a pickup with a salt spreader attached to it. Deputies used a drone and several canines to track a suspect to a restaurant in Waterford. He's a 26-year-old Pontiac man, and we're told he could be charged as soon as Tuesday. Police in Southfield investigating a deadly shooting at a hotel. It happened early this morning outside the Radisson on Telegraph, just south of 696. Police took the call at about 3 this morning. We're working to learn the identity of the victim and whether police are still looking for a suspect here. All right, we have to turn to a somber anniversary in Oxford. It was 4 years ago today that a gunman opened fire inside the high school. Tate Meir, Madison Baldwin, Hannah St. Juliana, and Justin Schilling were all killed. 7 others wounded. And tonight, the city is pausing to remember the victims of this horrendous tragedy. There's an event to help the community heal. It's at 7 o'clock. This is called Wildcat Remembrance Day. Students and school staff are invited to take part in the lighting of luminaries. People in Oxford are encouraged to spend this day however they feel is appropriate. The district wants the community to know that if you or your child need support, reach out to their teacher, principal, or counselor for help. All right, coming up tomorrow, a couple of high-profile court cases will be getting underway in Metro Detroit. In Troy, a preliminary hearing for 4 people facing charges in a hyperbaric chamber explosion that killed a 5-year-old little boy. Oxford Center CEO Tamla Peterson and 2 others are charged with second-degree murder here. Another is charged with manslaughter. They're accused of not doing enough to prevent the boy's death. The January explosion killed 5-year-old Thomas Cooper. His family is now suing. And in Pontiac, a pre-trial in a horrific case of child abuse. 34-year-old Kelly Bryant is accused of leaving her 3 children alone in a house of filth for 5 years. They were found back in February following a welfare check. The kids were ages 12, 13, and 15 at the time, and they're now living with family members. More than 70 million Americans set to shop online tomorrow. They call it Cyber Monday, a warning about some common scams that you need to look out for. That's coming up. Also tomorrow, it marks the anniversary of a landmark moment in American history. It was December 1st, 1955, that Rosa Parks was arrested for not giving up her seat to a white man on a Montgomery, Alabama bus. The event sparked the bus boycott and the civil rights movement. Parks later moved to Detroit, where she died in 2005. That famous bus is now parked in the Henry Ford Museum. To mark the 70th anniversary tomorrow, the museum is offering free admission. It's a thank you to the First Lady of Civil Rights and a lesson for visitors that everyone has the power to change the world. Stay with us. We'll be right back. If in our heart we do believe. All right, check this stat out. Around 1 in 5 Americans will buy something online tomorrow. Well, they call it Cyber Monday for a reason. With all these people online, it's like an early Christmas for scammers, which we don't want. There are some easy steps you can take to avoid becoming a victim. Fox's Kim Leffler explains.
With nearly 74 million Americans planning to shop on Cyber Monday this year, experts say the scammers know right where to find you. John Powell with Mark Olson says it all starts with a click.
The number one rule that I always want to follow is go to the sites directly. Now, you may Google something looking for a specific product, or you may get an email from some site that's legitimate or not, but if you just go directly to the site, if you're seeing promises of 60, 70, 80% off, if it's too good to be true, it is. Probably should not click on that link or open that email.
And as more people use AI to help them find the best deals, Powell says the same caution applies.
I'm using ChatGPT or Copilot to research, to find out the best things. Hey, tell me the best golf range finder, right? And it's going to give me as well as links to click on. Again, treat that the same way. If that name doesn't look like something you know, you can always just go straight out, open a new tab, and type in a website that you know.
If you don't realize you've made your way to a fake site, he says pay attention to the type of payment it requests.
If you do end up on a site that maybe is suspicious and you don't realize it, and your only payment options are Zelle or a wire transfer or Bitcoin, probably be a good idea to scan your computer for malware, close that website down, and start over.
And Powell says there are safeguards you can put in place before you head online.
A good rule of thumb is to always have your credit locked. You can also contact your local FBI office if it's really bad.
Kim Leffler, Fox News.
We might as well embrace it. Wintry weather has arrived. The area sledding hills, a popular destination yesterday and again today. Pretty happening following our winter storm. And how about some live pictures from Campus Martius? Always a busy place this time of year. It's open 7 days a week, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. from Sunday through Thursday, and 11 a.m. to midnight on Fridays and Saturdays. The hours change slightly starting January 5th. I'll tell you what, it is a cold pattern. It's a beautiful sight, by the way, but it's a cold pattern for the next couple of weeks. We're not going to see a big thaw heading into the middle part of December. Now, we have one departing area of low pressure. That's what brought us the snow late in the day yesterday and especially last night. Even this morning, there were pockets of light snow, but really not much left. Now, our next storm is taking shape over the southern Rockies. This one is going to stay south of us, so we will have some light snow tomorrow night on the order of 1 to 2 inches. But the one that's coming Monday night is not going to be as strong as what we had over the last 24 hours. Still some pockets of light snow over the south end of Lake Michigan. There are some flurries and light snow showers coming down with the surface trough over the metro area. Again, this is what's on Sky Tracker. Pretty light stuff around Pontiac, up there around Howell and Fowlerville. Also some flurry activity along Interstate 69 through St. Clair County. Here are the numbers today. 36 on the high side, 30 on the low side. Now, since midnight, we've had 0.7 inches of snow, but yesterday we had more. Our storm total was 3.6 at Metro Airport. Over the last 24 hours, there have been a lot of reports of 3s and 4s and 5 inches. There were some spots more than that, and certainly a few spots less than that, but 3 to 5 was the bulk of the area. How about the numbers right now? 32 in Jackson. For Mount Clemens, it's 33, 31 up in Flint. It is brisk out there with that flow from the west and northwest. And yes, we do have wind chills in spots down near 20. And that'll keep on keeping on for the rest of tonight. Here are actual air temperatures. 23 Mackinac Island, very cold air, 26 in Traverse City, 30 in London, Ontario, 28 right now down in Toledo. And you can see this cold air is covering a good chunk of the lower 48. There's a 10 spot for you. Fargo, North Dakota. Now watch as high pressure comes over tomorrow. So Monday's mostly a dry day, but it's Monday night that low pressure will pass along the Ohio River, and that means some light snow for us, but the cold continues, and you'll see that does not change in the 7-day forecast. Here's our snow totals Monday night into early Tuesday morning. 1s and 2s, a better chance for 2 will be closer to the Michigan-Ohio border. For the rest of tonight, just some light snow showers out there, no accumulation, but down to 18. Tomorrow we're back to 30 degrees. That snow comes late Monday evening into early Tuesday morning. Perhaps another round of light snow Wednesday night, but look at that. Thursday and Friday, daytime highs in the middle 20s. And Woody, pure Michigan. That's what it is, man.
Oh, you got to love it, Rich. What steps is Lions head coach Dan Campbell taking to get Detroit back on track for the Thursday matchup against Dallas? We'll go to the Allen Park headquarters. And yes, Michigan State did win the season finale against Maryland to stop an 8-game slide, but it wasn't enough to save head coach Johnathan Smith. I'm Woody Woodruff, and more on Smith's firing comes your way next in sports. He came to East Lansing after taking Oregon State to 3 straight bowl games, the thought being that Johnathan Smith would be the perfect bridge to get the Spartans to that next level. But this season, that bridge collapsed, and MSU made the move today to fire Smith as the head coach of the Spartans. And I'll be honest, this move was expected. Smith finishes his Spartans tenure with a record of 9-15 over 2 seasons. But the big sticking point, in my opinion, was that Smith wasn't able to generate a solid base to build on. Aiden Childs was his QB, and he didn't pan out this season. The squad never developed any kind of identity on offense, and the defense was suspect all season long. MSU Athletic Director Jay Batt making the announcement, but he may be making another one real soon because published reports are strongly suggesting that MSU will be moving towards Pat Fitzgerald as the new head football coach of the Spartans. The former Northwestern linebacker and head coach comes with a knowledge of the area as far as recruiting goes and compiled a winning record with the Wildcats, but there's also some baggage after a hazing incident that ended his tenure at the school back in 2023. Is Fitzgerald the right guy to step in and help change the culture of Michigan State football? Can he attract top talent? The Spartans seem to think so. We'll be on the lookout for the official announcement soon. The Lions back at work getting set for the Thursday night matchup against the Dallas Cowboys. Detroit fans with a feeling that the air is slowly leaking out of Detroit's playoff balloon. Head coach Dan Campbell understands the current situation, and it sounds like he's got a solution for it.
Our margin for error is very small right now. So, of course, we got to find a way to win, and we want to win, you know. And I think I go back to this. I mean, we just lost one. We got to find a way to win this next one in front of us. And yeah, I mean, time's running out. So you just, man, you find a way to win the one in front of you and don't get caught up in the rest of the stuff. That's the bottom line. We're in this business to win. We're trying to win. We got to win.
Sunday NFL, San Francisco and Cleveland. The 49ers had no trouble with the Browns. Third quarter, Niners up 10-8. Brock Purdy passes to George Kittle for 14 yards. That got the Niners in close. Then look at Purdy, the great fake on the handoff. Then he takes it in himself to put San Francisco up 17-8. Fourth quarter, same score. Cleveland's Gage Lavardan back to return the punt, but he muffs it. It's recovered by Darrell Luther Jr. The 49ers took over and would extend for a 26-8 victory. The Niners are now 9-4. And there was a shootout in Charlotte as the Panthers and Rams were in a tight ball game. First quarter, game tied at 7. Matthew Stafford's pass intercepted by Mike Jackson and taken back 48 yards for the touchdown. Carolina surprisingly up 14-7. Fourth quarter, it's 24-21 Panthers. Stafford throwing it deep, and look at this grab coming up by Puka Nacua. What a great catch here. Then later on in the drive, Kyron Williams will take it 7 yards in to put the Rams up 28-24. Then late in the fourth, 4th and 2 for the Panthers coming up here. Bryce Young will look for Tedorola McMillan for the touchdown. Carolina will go up 3. And the Rams looking to score. Stafford gets hit. It'll be coming up in a second. It'll be recovered by the Panthers. Carolina, let's just call it, completes the upset and wins it 31-28. But the big story everybody's talking about tonight, Johnathan Smith in Michigan State being fired after 2 seasons. I have to say it was expected because the team had lost 8 in a row, and he had lost a little bit of the spirit of the Spartans. But let's hope that maybe Pat Fitzgerald, the front runner here, and perhaps the next head coach, can reestablish some culture up there.
Yeah, culture is a very big thing.
It is, and you know what, especially for a football team, they need it, the defense, offense, all of it, and hopefully they can get pointed in the right direction because we need Michigan State football to be very good.
Yeah, very true.
Mother Nature is bringing some pure Michigan.
Oh, yeah.
With cold and snow, we still have some light snow showers crossing the area, but no accumulation expected moving forward. But it is cold out there. 32 for us, 26 in Traverse City. How about Marquette? 21 degrees on average. We'll get down to 18. With that breeze, it's going to feel even colder. And then how about a 1 to 2 inch snowfall late Monday night? We're going to detail that for you. That's coming up tonight on Fox 2 News at 10. So the cold continues, a bit of light snow as well.
Yeah, pure Michigan, bringing the pure torture. All right.
Yes.
Nobody likes trying to remember passwords, but we can all agree that it's pretty important. A report from NordPass, a cybersecurity company, is out with its list of most common passwords that people continue to use. In other words, you should probably avoid these. Number 1, admin, short for administrator. It's the most common in the United States. The second most common password is the word password. Come on, folks. It's followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you're still using any of these, not a good look. You might end up with a problem with your credit score if someone hacks you. You can make it a little more challenging for hackers by using a combination of capital and lowercase letters with characters and numbers. Just last month, the Louvre in Paris was the target of a $100 million jewelry heist. Robbers cracked the security password. Guess what it was?
Oh, come on.
Oh, come on.
Not possible. Not possible. All right, that's going to do it for us for Fox 2 News at 6. Thanks so much for being with us. Be sure to join us on the air tonight for Fox 2 News at 10. Bye.
It's pretty funny.
Isn't that crazy?